Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this special episode of Bactria, in which Bactria is currently led by the Benebshan Rezan. That's her name. She is the Queen of Queens of Bactria, and this is her heir for now, which is her brother. She's 14 years old. We are being invaded by the Mongol Empire. That's right. The Mongols are coming to Bactria. And some would think, on paper, we are of a similar strength. But don't underestimate him. Because, he's old. He's feeling fine. He's got the martial of 41. And all I need is 2 years. 2 years before I can... Any help will be appreciated. Before I can lead my troops. Does 100 levies make a little difference? Because I need all the help I can get. And I fear the worst. Oh, I got something. Don't you worry. This will stop them. Raise all armies in bulk. We'll start from there before we pick out which areas we take. Get rid of these 2 siege weapon regiments. They're not necessary. We're cutting costs. Because siege warfare, even if we retake territories that the Mongols took, it'll take time. So we're discouraging that. And I cannot spend any more money. So let's raise up. And then pick which areas that we need. And I need another ally. Bahar. They're not at war. But Nip. No. Farsasp. Any help would be appreciated. Okay. Remember, it's not going to be until 2 years in January that I will turn 16, and I'll be able to lead the troops. Head to Sogdia. That's where I believe the battleground will be in. Just get up to the mountains. We'll go one at a time. Okay, that's one. We're sending the pikemen up first. And some of our best are swearing up there. You'll be border guards. And the rest of us will come support behind. We're saying that because that's where we believe that's where they're going to be at. Also, stop developing. and more maintenance for our men-at-arms. The last one. Yeah. New target in the Mesopotamian invasion of Kingdom of Dalim. Offer that white piece, I want nothing to do with Dalim. Look at my spy master. You might be the Queen of Queens, but you're also barren witch. The unprovoked anger expressed by my vassal comes as a complete surprise. He's been under a lot of stress lately, but to behave like this, even that he struggles, it's rather calming. Sure, he's gonna like that. You want the Punjab? I'll give it to you. They're likely gonna come this route. You'll get the Punjab, alright? Farshath, you'll do well. Yeah, we need to do something about the supply situation here, since they're gonna be stationed up in the mountains for long. No, not like that. Here. You'll be first to know. My pet cat Mystery approaches me with another dead rat. I could do nothing but praise her. The castle's never been this free of rodents before. Keep up the good work. For now, here are the border guards. Though you may want to get rid of some of the horse archers and levies just to reduce the size a little. To rather something that would be doable. Supply limit here. A little more. That'll do. Here. I'll be under command. No, not like that. This is to be there. It's a way to reduce supply problems. The armies can be fully supplied when we take on whoever's coming up. And you know, since you're the ones that are going to be the advanced gun, sometimes I wish I would have these, the house guard regiments. I mean, they're cheap. The full maintenance isn't much either unless I increase the size further. Chosen of Ashoka. Why didn't I think of these guys? Let's move the rally point up further up to Fergana Valley. They could join us. With these camel riders. Yeah. Yep, supply limit's all good. We're ready. Defenses are set. They're likely going to attack Fergana. Covered all the bases. Now all we have to do is play the waiting game. And as soon as I turn 16, I'm going to try to assassinate the Kagan himself. comes the army of Patliputra. Alright, where is he? He's feeling poor now. He could die at any moment. He's in Kran. Yep, he's on his way. It's far off from where he started. It's about a year away before hostilities begin. Bahar. We're ready. I just hope for some extra taxes from you, just to keep things going. Again, the Mongols want all of Bactria. If we lose, Bactria will be destroyed and will be reduced to a rump state. My satrap has approached me, rage in his eyes and cat in hand, held by the scruff of his neck as he thrusts a cat in my face. I say, that's my dear miss. I found this little months among my things. What wasn't scratched to bits was covered in piss. She's just a cat. Till this January, I'll be able to lead the troops, in which I want to be the first one in. Because we need all the advantage we can get. My vassal Satrap Turan is getting on my nerves. I've tried getting her to talk, to express an opinion, to say anything. Whatever I do, she only grows more and more withdrawn. What is wrong with her? I will teach her a lesson. She's my victim now. Kolpatal. To finally be able to put Turan in her place is improving my mood considerably. I brought her favorite spinning top. She now has to do what I tell her to do. It's all in good fun. He's getting closer. Come on, just 2 more months. Shasp. You know how to win the best defense. There we are, first contact. There he is. He's got an advantage of 53 over 27. All forces move in. But remember, there's going to be a lot more reinforcements, but if we can hold these mountains, we could potentially beat them. Potentially is a loose word association. They're bringing in more. Of course there's going to be more. Look what they're going to be bringing. I guess I'll miss out on the first battle. Expect more reinforcements behind him. The first flashes. There he is. Well, we are at a disadvantage, but he's killing a lot of us. Benevshan drew out heavy. The name. Bringing in more. Bahar's coming. Hold the line. killed one of their commanders. But we're taking severe casualties compared to theirs. With the help of our assassins, I concluded the studies in the outer worker. My achievements were not great, but it could also have gone worse. My SWAT training alongside this has proceeded acceptably. I fought a few uppity peasants with some success. I take my first steps. As an adulthood, I find myself reminiscing about some of the people who have made an impact on the woman I've become. I wonder if Satrap Turan remembers the things that I put her through when we were young. I will take command. Right now. I'm going in. I need every advantage I can get. And additionally, marry somebody with an extremely high martial skill. So I can use them to help up the chivalry for even more martial. And I'm a logistician in addition. Right. I think even if we lose this battle, we'll figure out a way how to beat him. Kage. Can at least try. I'm a misguided warrior, well actually tough soldier, but a famous champion. I'm a better fighter than Commander. Well, there's some agents. There are some that could be convinced. Don't pay too much. And support the scheme. Since you're the most competent out of all. In the battle now. Bahar is coming. Armored horsemen. The horse archers countering my horse archers, countering each other's horse archers. Flexible leader, massive advantage is what's beating him. That's the reason he needs to be killed. If any one of us can wound him, well protected by his prowess. Not if I have something to say about that. Confident man and a tough soldier. Oh, God dang it, I think we overspent that a bit. Soldiers are going to be a massive disadvantage when it's in depth. Even at the slightest. A little more reinforcements. That's all. Well, they're going to be bringing in even more. No, we don't got it. Are we actually beating them? But reinforcements have arrived, and I think they bested us. We threw everything at them. Barely beat them. But they bested us, but we'll be back. We will be back. We will be retreating into Sogdia. Okay. Ah, they barely lost any. These men are killers. All of them. This is their best fighter. Well, we've only killed one of them. We may have lost this battle, but still significant. We'll be back. That's all we gotta say. Apparently you men are good at retreating also, but we'll get you. We've spent a great deal of money for this. So, we'll be back and pick up some money. We'll be out of debt soon enough. Of course. We'll reorganize, split up again. And as we stated before, they will return. And what happened to... Oh, there you are. You're still in retreat. Okay. And you cannot call for white peace unless we can draw out long enough this war. Just don't let them take any holdings. Stall them long enough, and we'll try to kill them. There's a good chance at this. I have no money to spare. Unless the spy master's willing, but you may not like him, but you're also terrified of him. I can understand that. That's the main objective, just hold him off long enough. So we'll be returning up to the mountains. So, in theory, if we were to fight them, say, over here, or who knows where. I don't know. We'll think about that. But this time we won't be in debt, and I have some of the best advantage I could muster. And by the way, it'll be 43 experience a month. Because of the base, genius, the holy sight, tough soldier, and squire traditions. And this man that I'm married to, hopefully one day he will improve my martial skill. The education I'm talking about. And the skill along the way too. Hopefully he could teach me a thing or two about a thing or two, but we'll think about it. Return to the Pagana region. I looked down to see that my cat mystic dropped the skull at my feet, sealed in my vassal Vector's distinct style, giving into curiosity I skimmed it. Above I hope for another. How do you like that? Strength is still similar. You know, he's hired mercenaries, but he's going to be running out of money very soon. So we may have some advantage over them soon. Of course, we have to get out of debt first. While they go into debt. So we'll find a way. Where's the pikeman? Here. Let's try this again. Make them come over here again. They prefer to stick together, you know? But they'll be in depth in a few months, and we'll be out of depth very soon. Or the other alternative is to hold them off long enough for a white peace. Which is going to take a while. Because, you know, invasion. We stall them, and we'll figure out another way how to defeat them. Unless we, you know, strike first and whatnot. Or alternatively, just kill the damn man, so there'll be no advantage at all. They're coming. It could be a potential another bloodletting. Well, he's in depth now. And make a turn very soon. Here it is. Opponent supply running low. I know. Owner slightly God! Why can't we get out of there? Why aren't you giving me more tactics? Any of you? I would rather rob the damn bank for this. What do you say? We'll probably win, but, well, you know those reinforcements will overwhelm us. There's Temujin. 2 months. If we can hold out for 2 months, we'll kill their commander. In the middle of a battle, nonetheless. So we know it's going to be another lengthy bloodletting. Which many of our lives will be sacrificed for this. And we'll have to raise a new army. Who's the commander here? I mean, I'll be coming soon. No, I got a 41 advantage over 50. I should take command of this. Switch places. I'm risking my life for this. Yeah, we'll see who's subpar now, huh? Who goes deeper into depth first is a real question. And Bihar's going to take way too long to get back up here. Unless they have other issues to press. Which they do, unfortunately. Or we'll do what we can. Make them run out of money. Again, 2 months, so... I mean, I can't pay any more unless an event happens where we could have some degree of an advantage. I even told the Fine Master this, so... Let's do it. Chances are even. It could turn into we might probably lose because of us being here. Yes. Yes, I know. But god dang it, who's lower in the depth? Yes, I'm commanding the troops. My plus administration. 1 month. Highly doubt this would turn the tide. Highly doubt it. My agents have prepared for weeks. The cook's been brought to look the other way. The poison's been acquired, and the duck was gifted to Kaga Temujin alone. It will be rubbed with the poison, and the bed of herbs will mask the smell as it is served. The deadly bitterness will be the last thing my target will ever taste. Go ahead. Give it a shot. The Khan is dead. Though a new ruler is proclaimed, Kaga Jochi can surely not be as horrifying as maybe. Perhaps this is even the end of Mongol aggression in this move. There goes their special soldiers. The poison did its job. Kaga Temujin is no more. Which one we think he went on a lunch break thinking, it's like, we got this in a bag. And then this happened. Even better, in his death throes, a bone got stuck in his throat. Now it is unclear exactly what killed him. Looking at you, Rezan. Well, now let's win this damn thing. There's their new commander, who is not as advantageous as I. We need to come back from this. Friendly reinforcements have arrived. We don't know how much they're going to contribute to this. Oh dear God, they brought more reinforcements. That may be a slight mistake, but again, these are not special soldiers here. The new ones have just spawned from their area. From their new capital. Do we have to kill this man too? Maybe. Give it time and then we'll consider. Just keep breaking up one another, and you know it's going to take a year or so before they can declare a war of independence. But the real question is, can this turn the tide? We're killing them. More reinforcements will be coming in. We have more to the advantage now. As I look at the fear at almost empty coffers, my herald announces that 4 of my vassals have arrived. We come bearing gold, my liege, a donation to defeat our enemies. Agvad Khusro announces. May I bring the elegant Agvad Parvis, the venerable Agvad Ganesh, and the stately Agvad Gobath. We'll ask you to lead us to victory. Gold, you say? Guards, seize all of it. Now we're out of depth, we'll have the advantage in no time. Sending them off, but here comes more. But they're going to be coming in with very low supply. We've defeated them in battle. But now we fear the very worst, that coming in with fresh troops, fresh reinforcements, and mercenaries, which will go in depth in a few months' time, which he cannot pay anymore. And unfortunately, more of our Swaran's been slain. Now, anyway. And Karush has been treating a lot. Increased opinion. Oh gosh. That situation's gone out of control. We may have won it, but we're gonna need to do a lot more than that. War against tyranny. So, it is you? So it's Kumania and origin against this duchy, these defenders. Well, that's who they're allied with. Kumania. That'll keep them busy a little. But unfortunately, I don't think they could do independence or well, not with those kind of numbers. And I don't know if killing another Khagan would be a good idea. After we kill the last one. And nobody's willing. Only one, but it's a good 50-50 shot. For the scheme power, you know? How much? No! Greedy bastards. We'll just hope for events, huh? Alright, split up. Get back to Vergana. Meet up in the farmlands and we'll split up, pick up supplies, and we'll get back to being stationed up here. Thank you. And raise additional. Or is that already in our, you know? Correct. That'll lower my prowess a little. Okay, split up. I will return here. Guard the mountain pass. You lock. Be heading up there. Rest can stay. And see. Just these farmlands can pick up supplies. We'll manage here. Heavy reinforcement rate faster. Okay, that'll do us good. In this dire situation. Especially that now he's brought a new army to destroy us all. But he'll soon run out of money, and we may have an advantage when he's in debt. They don't have their world's best commander anymore, but man is still an intimidator. I have more of a battlefield advantage than he does. Huh. It's going to take a lot more. Two amber eyes follow me as I cross the hallway, and a small meow breaks the silence as Missy pounces from my ankle. She may be young, but she's not less ferocious. Is she perhaps right? I see that she left me a gleaming dead picture behind. Thank you, fair lady. Gotta trim it down. Many have come to say that Miraj Purohit's son has the embodiment of divine serenity only few people can hope to achieve during a lifetime. An extremely disciplined man, his son is a shining example of triumph of reason over passion. commendable. Okay. Get off of us. Quickly. For supply reasons. Fine here. Now you can get up. Damn these mountains. Logistical nightmare, this conflict. Oh, no, it's not us. Actually, it is us. That's a hostile army. Hell. Let's come up here. Royal Armory. No, it's not us. We'll be fine here. Just need to know where they are now. How long can we stall them? Their armies are far larger than we originally anticipated. Three men are coming. Newborn daughter. Horror. Out! I don't like where this is going. If I want to convince somebody in, but it's too late to consider now. I think a man has porn intrigues, so should be alright. Now they're gonna put their full focus on us. So get ready. They're coming for another round. But they're gonna be a far larger force than us. But they say the strength is similar to ours. But they're gonna go further deep into debt, causing them more problems, and vassals won't look at them so highly. In hopefully a year's time, an independence war breaks out. Because they're various cultures, not everybody's a Mongol, nor Tengri. So we can only hope for that. Plus it's feudal, not tribal. If we can win at least one more battle, then maybe we can get white peace. Supplies are good. So is this. So is this. But 2 months and then we'll do something about the armies. increases prowess and reduces the risk of commanding armies. If we could just hold on for another 2 years on this event, our Swaran will be fighting a lot better. No, this is far too unpredictable. I need something to improve it. And if we can't improve it, just go for it anyway. There they are. Get ready to move. This is their new ones. Who's their best commander? Khan Ogade of Serdaya. Oh, he's in charge, but he's not involved in the Mongol invasion. Yeah. But he's rather a part of the defense. But he's leading that army. Move up. Now. We'll try to hold them off as long as we can. And we know there's going to be more behind them. That's what it says. They got far more men-at-arms than you could originally think. Horse archers, light horsemen, some armored horsemen. If only we had the money to invest in increasing the size of men-at-arms. Reveal it again. There's the Kagan. Kanogade and Jochi. Basically equivalent. And who is his heir, if we kill him too? And it'll be a man who is not of a military background. Which would put him at even more of a disadvantage. We can get rid of him. Do you want to risk going to death one more time? Well, actually, you know, all the casualties we'll be taking isn't going to be much, but just this once. Alright? So we'll give it a slightly better chance. More will be coming. They turn back. Out. You keep going. Keep going. Turn back. For what reason? Civil War? Or did we just outfox them? Go on, scream. Return to your post. Could be a slight mistake, but we know he's more in depth now than I. Now that we got fresh reinforcements. This is our only shot. And he's gonna know if we try. Do it. We got him. Thankfully, my involvement in the crime remains unknown. What if it gets even more reinforcements? Well, that kills him off. But the real question is, yes, no, maybe? Yeah, it's still there. It's gonna keep happening, you know. I'm just scratching my head of how everything works over there. Now they're back in this area where they came from, where they once came. And if you're going to assassinate somebody, why don't you kill some of their commanders? Like Khan Ogade. That'll do good. Port's smaller, but let's give it a shot. But we'll be running into depth again very soon, so we may have to reduce something a bit. Like what? Horse archers? They hardly do anything for me. But you can't get rid of them all the way. Perhaps just reduce size of levies. You know what? Lend me some of the warriors. Bring them here. We're reducing this size. My brother bled out of. Okay. So what we learned is we cannot kill the entire Mongol Empire this way. Reduce this first. Pay him slightly less. Switch places. Go get the farmlands. We know they're a bit far off. And then again, I know how to make supplies last, allegedly. Actually go. They'll retreat by the time we meet him. Deep in the depth now. Then again, I spent my money to, you know, go assassinate some goof again. But the better question is, who's going to be deep in the depth now? That's good. Move on. No matter what was that legacy that we selected? Architect history. Select try to become more common. Will that happen for a child at birth or what? God damn it! They're getting away. But again, their newly spawned armies are still far off there. I'm sitting around a map with Satrap Dariush and Benevshan Drovadevi. discussing our strategy for the ongoing war. Darius bangs his fists on the table and loudly proclaims to charge at the enemy directly and crush them with the sheer might of our armies, while Drova Devi explains how we need to watch what our foes do and respond accordingly. I know how we can employ both strategies. Faster, you bastard! No, withdraw. Come back. Need you over here. Can't wait. Can't wait for any longer. Only wheezing. Damn. He ain't going beat here. Need vassals to donate money to me now. Getting under spite. Switch places. With farmlands. Stay put, alright? If we can assassinate this guy, then oh well. We need to get out of here. Cannot go deep in that depth. We need to guard around past. We cannot let him have it. There's some of their army remnants. But I don't want to lose the mountains here. He's not able to afford mercenaries anymore. Now it's just the hordes that are coming after us. The army of Bahar is here. Damn it. I knew this was too good to be true. If only he was on this army and we would capture him, then things would be very good for us. Give me it. Go over there. Kill him. Supplies good? Alright. It's not gonna work. End my scheme. Done everything we could. This is just for a transfer. We don't want it to be undersupplied at all. Well, we'll hunt this army down. Another good victory will be good for the positive on the war score. Just track him down. Owner is 4 years in debt, while I'm slightly in debt. And I'm getting even more in debt. Because, god dang it. We'll just see who's low par. That's the real question. Oh really, he's being attacked. Taking advantage. So if he's on a defense, that means he's going to be more focused on his realm than the here. Could this be our chance to finally disband our troops? So let's kill him first, then. There we go. That's what we needed. If we still control the war target, this would be a good time for white peace, even though they're still going to be a force to be reckoned with for a long time. But we will be ready next time, alright? I know we fought very hard to keep for this sovereignty of Bactria, so that way it doesn't fall to the Mongol realm. So, we shall accept this white peace. We wouldn't get anything out of it by enforcing demands. It's good money, but that's wishful thinking. Just accept the white peace, and let's get out of debt. There's corruption all over the realm. While I will train to be an even effective fighter. Missed. I'm banging my desk because two things. One, we're deep in debt, which we'll get out of it in no time. And two, it's related to my cell phone about not sending text properly. Don't worry about that. So while we will rebuild our military, and we will no longer go on the offense, knowing that we've signed this treaty, which will last 5 years, and we know they'll be back one day. But they're not as strong as they once were as far as who's the commander is concerned. I will continue to train to be the most effective fighter and strategist that the realm's ever known. As I've been obliged to attend a local sparring tournament, but the contests are delayed. The tourney won't start for at least another hour. On the other hand, this could be a good opportunity to eavesdrop on the conversations of other attendees. I'm sure someone here knows something. We're out of debt now. Now let's get rid of the corruption. It's going to take a long time to recover. And maybe those house guards sound real good about now. So, that we got ourselves, again, they'll be back one day, but when they attack again, we'll be ready for them. We know how to defend our country. Temujin no longer exists anymore. Well, Bactria has survived the first Mongol invasion, but now, at age 19, Rezan's got a lot of years ahead of her, but now we live in a rather precarious future. We got Ara and Hamion, who unfortunately has wheezing cough. And I hope that we have another genius. As I still have the smarts, but I'm just only Finn's son of buddy. But, well, again, married him in the first place because of the martial skill, because I need every advantage I can get. But now, we got 4 years of peace, while they go invade somewhere else. We were able to kill Genghis Khan and Jochi. Now it's Bogen who is the ruler. But they are still extremely powerful, although their military strength is similar to ours. Now we must use this time of peace to make a lot more money, to increase our size of men-at-arms, and well, have enough money to maintain for such a defensive conflict. I'm also going to go hunting for the first time because, I want to be just like Aldara. Because, she was a hunter too. Which, when you hunt, you get a bit of more prowess and more stressful. Not give this away, husband. Deal with it. the spear lies perfectly balanced in my hand as I judge the distance to the board. My chancellor is crouching next to me, holding his own spear. I will bring it down. I want to be the pride of the Bactrians. We saved this country from destruction by the Mongols. And we want to stay and maintain our readiness as we will return home and reinvigorated. And if I need to spend big time again, well, I'm likely going to go on a pilgrimage, because, gotta be pious. Just to show that, despite the fact that I am a sinner to the Vajrayanians, and vengeful, but I'm content. We need to go find the men again. And maybe perhaps that we should introduce to the house guards. We no longer use siege weapons because we are no longer interested in expanding anymore until the Mongols are dealt with, to the point where they will no longer be a formidable force against us. And obviously they dealt with them swiftly. Again, we did it by white peace. They cannot break the truce when they declare war against us, but we can, we can declare war against them, which, why on earth would you do that? I mean, that's a silly idea. Use some sort of what we call a surgical strike as a way of drawing the enemies over here. Get them to be reinforced a bit faster. Oh, Master Hunter. There's no end to the opinions and wants of my daughter and heir, Ara. Half the time she's trying to tell me what to do instead of the other way around. She's got the strength of me, but she's not as smart as I am. But formidable or aggravating, it's a fine line to walk. Bossy, huh? Wait till we reach 1,000 gold, then I will go on a pilgrimage. Again, Bactria survived the first Mongol invasion. It's certain by 1254, or even 1255, the second invasion will occur. But we consider this conflict, as well as this video in fact, to be lessons learned. And at the same time, I will continue to level up the martial lifestyle experience for the gallant focus. Gallant focus, chivalry focus. I was just moving my headset a little. I was just trying to scratch behind the ear. So yes, we had chivalric dominance, but to be ready for the next Mongol invasion, we'll make sure that we'll never back down, have more the advantage, and have more Swaran to fight alongside with us. Now, I must go on a pilgrimage. I shall go to Varanasi. Yes, Varanasi, to Sarnath, the place where the Buddha held his first sermon. My destination lies far from home, but in service to Nirvana, even my old room must wait. Let me take a drink to that. We'd be going to India, which, by the way, this is going to be one of the last few recordings that I will make related to the Bactrian series before I begin recordings for the first couple of episodes of the Indian series. Which does not mean like, when am I going to end the Bactrian series? Well, it's only going to end one way or another. We either get destroyed by the Mongols to the point where we can't recover, or when we feel like, okay, you've done everything there is to do and now put your full focus on the Indian series. In fact, if this series continues, it will actually be concurrent with the Indian series. And I just got lost. Could have sworn this was supposed to be the path onwards. None of my companions or I have managed to find our way back to the pilgrimage route. Even look at the right stars at night. The field's been wasting weeks. It's kind of interesting that the great Vihara Lubini, they say long pilgrimage, but down here, towards Varanasi, that is far too long. I'll manage. I swear, just a little far in this direction. I'm fine. I just got lost, that's all. Just follow the Ganga, alright? And then you'll eventually make it there. It's easy. For every week that passes, my fellowship grows ever smaller. Some have gone as far as they can before the need to return home overtakes them. Others have met with less fortunate ends. Most worrying is the fact that my group of personal guards is thinning out at an alarming rate. That fact alone shows what a treacherous journey this can be. All I need is protection of the samsara. So, due to my 3 levels of devotion, intrigue will be going down, while devotion will be going up. This will be for 10 years. I'll sacrifice a bit of intrigue for more diplomacy. Of course, the unruly Punjab. I'm finally here, body and soul, at the great temple of Varanasi, Sarnath. As they beck offers me blessings, I reflect on everything that had happened to the samsara to bring me here at this moment of time. I have walked the holy path. So I'm a pilgrim, and I'm a wise woman too. So my journey has been a long one, but I have finally come home again. While much remains the same, something has changed in how the Bekos and the Bekonis, as our female version, treat me. I've undergone a journey of a holy woman, and they insist some things change about me where I can see myself or not. Yes, become a wise one, which is a virtuous, so now just even it out. Now let's hold a mystical communion. So I've gained divine guidance. +1 martial, +1 money, less stress gain, and more stress loss over certain events. Now we never back down. We'll be ready for those Mongols again. And, you know, since you gained some of that, so do that 4 more times and you'll pick up something. Likely, either of these 2. But due to the sake of the defense, I will keep up with the martial focus. Like, when I become gallant, then go for strategist. Those are my plans. increase the size a bit, since they use a lot of cavalry. Don't know about going all the way. $100 a month. Okay, that's the total unraised maintenance. It's cheaper than the full-size caballeros. Whereas the house guards that I'm interested in, unraised maintenance, no cost, but full maintenance when you have them up, it's a bit cheaper, you know? Compared to, say, pregnant. Compared to, say, well, full maintenance is what it is. But I think bringing a house guard should sound about good, which again, they counter against spearmen, but they fight more better than the armored footmen. House guards will do much more damage from the domain, and the toughness is from the domain, and they could do screen, which would help us, prevent taking any more casualties when we lose as we retreat. Yes, 150 gold a year sounds ridiculous, but it may look ridiculous now, but let's try to invest a bit more on. I have ridden, taken aim, and struck so many times I thought of nothing could upset my rhythm. As I take yet another gallop down a practice range, a commotion I cannot fully see makes my horse rear up. For an instant, momentums keep me pinned to the back of the horse as it starts shaking. Then as it time is slowly slow, I can feel myself becoming dislodged. Calm down, girl. Calm down. I can feel myself thrown left and right, but no motion can get loosen my grasp on the rein and saddle. My commands eventually soothe the horse, and the animal soon back stomping eagerly on the hard-packed ground, as stable as ever. I'll take personal care to train this one. Admiring the stallion that now follows my every command, I muse upon what to call him. Him or her? Let me see the names of history again, just like Aldar named her horse Bucephalus. Tensadur, Charlemagne's horse. Sinanian. Right up Canaris. Soljana was Saint Adin Ali. Red hair after the warlord Lu Bo. Okay, what about mythology? I think about Kantaka, for Gautama Buddha's trusty steed. I didn't know the Buddha owned the horse. Although, honestly, coming from me who knows plenty about Indian history, even more towards Hinduism than with Buddhism, I don't know too much about the personal life of Gautama Siddhartha, later became the Buddha, about his personal life prior to, becoming a founder of that sort of way of life. He had his own horse. I mean, I'm well aware that there was him and there was a charioteer, all that. But, screw it. Naming my horse Kantaka, for Gautama Buddha's trusty steed. Well, you are the defender of the Buddhist Empire of Bactria, so I suggest you take up a Buddhist name of the said horse. So we should invest more in over here, this, not so... Gee, improve all this, you can have more Swaran. But that's Sindhi culture, Really? army gold maintenance reduced, while we get more Swaran and more effectiveness. Yes, officer academies. Sergeants put through the academy will have a greater understanding of the battlefield, or at the very least, know how to properly grovel before their superiors. Miran? How do you say that? Would like to have for another son. Even though we do equal doctrine, so whoever's born first is the heir. That's how that works. Yes, we're gonna have increased levy size and whatnot, but got that reinforced enough, so go back to train commanders. Now we're currently, looking to get more levy reinforcement rate. And there's a current exposure for Imam cloaks for more prestige. Nine years. They haven't done anything yet. They haven't gone much more of invasion. Really, wise is a virtue? Oh, it is. At least the Tengri have respect for people who are wise. You know what? To me, this is a priority. Hunts. Like to increase more prowess just by hunting a lot. Yeah, every time we pass through Bamiyan, we just keep forgetting that this is the home of the Buddhists of Bamiyan. Carved out of the mountainside on the massive Buddhas of Bamiyan loom over any visitors, while the area surrounding them is no longer the thriving center of Buddhist learning as it once was. There's still numerous Buddhist pilgrims and scholars visiting the statues. A shrewd Eastern ruler might be able to pull a profit from the pilgrims, in addition to getting some personal insights. We have a renowned trainer has approached me, hearing my rumors of my mighty stallion Kantaka, and offers his services. All I ask in return is a small compensation. Remember, Aldar's horse had these two, so we're going to work on this one. So, if there is one thing he is lacking, it's its fierceness. Sounds a bit contradictory to what the Buddhist horse had, but this is for the defense of the Buddhist nation, so all the free Buddhists can live in peace and prosperity, and we make so much and give them away for alms. Charity. That is what a real Buddhist layman and laywoman that should aspire to be, if they wish to live that kind of life. But now, as I was saying about my horse, train it to be more furious. Sorry about that. Kantaka took his training well, and the results could be seen instantly. That was money well spent. Now, my war horse is fierce, more prestige and +2 advantage. I need every advantage I can get for the defense of Bactria. No, not that. Every damn time. So in the future, we're likely going to save it up for assertive rulers. Short reign duration reduced, so I'll have a higher opinion. As long as I remain a dynasty head, that is. It'll be another decade before I put back to absolute crown authority. Kingsguard. More Aswaran. And there'll be a little more Aswaran coming. Good fighting men and women. Ready to defend our empire again. Well, they're finally going to be making money again. So I guess they could not invade other countries because of their lack of funds, but they got the funds now, so it's only a matter of time before. Whoa, whoa, whoa! 12, 11, 13, 17, 15, 18. Look at the diplomacy. They made it through Tibet. And they breached into India. They invaded India? Mongol Empire, Tibet. Oh. Defense of a duchy. Tibet. Deccan Empire. They're invading India. Tibet. Rajasthan. Tibet. Rajasthan. Tibet. Guess their vassals did it. Now they can never be stopped. They could basically come from anywhere. But is there such thing as too big? Or maybe they just threatened war and then they decided to submit to the Great Khan. That's probably what happened. Yeah, I guess that's probably what happened. They just all submit to the Great Khan. Which I'm sure, if we can, defeat him one more time, man, the independence revolts will be huge across the empire. That's what's going to happen one day. Bahar will stay around. Do I take a prestige hit for not having consorts? Yes, I do. But I'm in no rush of it. Of course. Let's think. Raise them all here and stop, because it's not necessary to be waiting this long. And plus we need to make a little bit more money while we deal with them. 50 advantage. Now I have about as much as, when Temujin was around. All too easy. As Kanthaka touches out a stable dragon his legs and hanging his head. There could be no doubt the stallion is sick. The stable master assures that there is a cure to be found for what ails him. It comes at a hefty price. Price is too steep for my beloved. Quite a lovely cat you have. Thank you, Velasco. So, most of Tibet have submitted to the Great Khan, but there are some that resisted. And now they face the wrath of the Mongol Empire, which Which at this point we can't really stop him until... Well, since he raised too many of his troops, he's going to be bankrupt again. Can't afford mercenaries. And it's probably going to add more trouble than it's worth for the corruption. There hasn't been any corruption in his capital. But mind you, it's a feudal realm. At least it'll buy us time. Well, the Byzantine Empire does border with the Mongol Empire, but Byzantium's in revolt. It would have been wise just to attack them while you can. And despite the monetary losses, they will pick them off one by one. But if they never even finish at least one of their wars, then, well, then, and I just chuckle in a, nervous manner. A beast from the beginning. Sure, why not? His eyes widened at my words. I realized what I've just admitted to. I struggled to push my finger. I've had too much. I try to get up on the limb. Don't trust a word I say. Yeah. I murdered Genghis Khan. Well, which Genghis Khan? He asks. I will raise him. Create Khorasan and create Transoxiana. Transoxiana is my realm, but for Khorasan I need somebody to qualify for it because there's too many satrapies out there, but if there's one I could trust... Who's your at? You. I trust you. Even though you're a drunken giant. But you're my spy master, you've been good to me. Khorasan shall be all yours. You want those satrapies? You got them. As I said, it's just to make it easier for him to manage. There we go, big chunk of Khorasan. That would be a great get for tax and levy contributions. The feast is dwindling down. I find myself leaving conversation on my wit list about Jaya Sakti. He acquires by picking out sugary treats, a subject to see. I'll gain a bit of stress for that. But once I finish my feast, I will pet my cat and end the episode. What a feast! This time I wash off traces of merriment and wine, and once more resume my duties as Lady of the Realm. I've got my cat petted. Okay, now we can end the episode properly. Alright, a genius, but there's no strong trait, unfortunately. Shanaz. Shanaz. Yeah, that's how you pronounce her name. Anyways, peace treaty is about to expire. The real question is, will the Mongols attack? So Bahar wants to grab Gauda. No, you got this. Don't worry about me. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we will end the episode with that, because I think our peace treaty with them is over. Even though I can't really tell, but gee, where is Maharashtra? Oh, up there. But again, those Mongols are just going to be draining their money deep and deep, go deep, deep further into depth. But they did pick up an ally. Really, you Sogdians? What? Sogdians are attacking the Mongols, and you are winning. You are bold. Anyways, keep up the good work. Talking about both my cat and the Sog. But in the next episode, I will go hunting, and then we'll continue to improve the economy a little, unless we get any favors, and continue upon improving the gallantry, which now, go through this and get gallant. Says this valiant Beneption, the one who defended Bactria. But now we basically wait for the next, Mongol invasion unless we strike them first. Seems the Sogdians gave us a bit of an idea. Yeah. The brave Sogdians, which they've not seen a single Mongol soul out there. But it's just a claimant war for Mazlaban Ataban, another Sog. It's for Yarkand, this way. Now they're losing all the wars, but before we get out of here, is he at least winning one of them? Which just pretty much answers the question of which one they're focused on. Well, if they're going to be focused on something, it's likely going to be the one with the first. But he wants it all. And we'll see what happens on the next episode. But until then, so long for now.